Day. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket, but when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it, and he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First and 10 at the 38.
A look at the numbers for Thomas from a week ago. 9 catches, 129 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big play.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go. And the pressure gets to him again. Chase Young has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Look out, quarterbacks. Anytime a defensive end comes into the league from Ohio State, be prepared to hit the deck. And Chase Young just put another guy down. And how about what they do at Ohio State?
He's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
9 on the play.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He completes it to Tate. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
A 10-yard.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet. Get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And now we see Dwayne Haskins, the Ohio State Buckeye, in his 2nd year in the National Football League, ready to lead this Washington offense.
And for Dwayne Haskins, a little bit of an uneven season for the former 1st-round pick. 7 starts as a rookie. Team went 2-5 in those games, but I did see him get better. I thought his last couple of starts were his best ones of the year. He's a guy with big potential, big arm, but remember, was just a 1-year starter in college as well. Plenty of experience yet to be gained.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
A gain of 9.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
9-yard line.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First down.
Brand, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football.
And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Washington. Albert O, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And Washington has taken a first quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
40 extra points.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start things out by handing to Edmonds. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Edmonds, the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Down at the 26. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Chase Edmonds.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Intercepted.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He'll find Williams on the slant. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Back at the 29-yard line.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me. 51 on the clock, 51. Too little.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there, and it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40-yard line. To throw again. Haskins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defender. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Albert Okuebunam with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
It's taken to the 26, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. We call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes Dwayne Haskins and company. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis.
They'll take the offset. When you talk.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete to Golden Tate.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones looking middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, but it'll be 2nd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Jones to throw again. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Preston Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Personal foul. Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Let's go, D. Mike 55. Right there, Will, 55. You go, D.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Defensively by Logan Ryan.
Throwing again. Haskins. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Alberto on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Giants, nothing.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jones. And Jeffrey's got it. The 30, 20. Touchdown, Giants. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Again on 2nd and 10 at Haskins. That's complete. Okuegbunam. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Albert Okuegbunam on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
At their own
New York ready to go again offensively. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Sweat brought him down.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Operating from the gun. Jones. He gets it to Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Jones throwing on first down, and Thomas has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 5-yard line.
And this is caught off a deflection. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try to run with Edmonds.
Chase.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are in for 6. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that'll cut the lead down to 28. Good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by the Chase Edmonds touchdown run. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more? And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. Third time. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go.
Jones now on first down. Thomas has got it. Complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
55, Mike, 55. Bandit.
From the gun, Jones hit and the ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up first and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the turnover, it's Haskins. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield.
Haskins pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Williams.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
At the Giants.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
Albert O. As the first half is winding down. And this offense is running away with this one. And the route is on here in this first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Chase Edmonds in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are in for 6.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Washington will take over first down.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run us.
Williams loses the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Giants 21.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here first and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He's got it to Williams. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. To throw again on second down. Haskins. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Big yardage that time for Washington. 43 yards.
First down.
Throwing now. Haskins on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Preston Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, and it's 3rd and short. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And that will be incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So here is Washington now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
22 yards.
Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 9-yard line.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Preston Williams there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
This Washington 62.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And does Washington have it? They do.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it, just think about what the defenders are trying to do.
Yeah, well, guys hate 1 fumble, 2's, oh my goodness, 3 or more. Wow.
Just doesn't make any sense, does it?
On the keeper.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Albert Okuebuna. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Washington defense getting ready. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Edmonds, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play, Edmonds. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And 11 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After that sack, 3rd and long. Tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Operating from the gun. Jones. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Montez Sweat in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 38. This is caught by Williams.
Complete to Preston Williams.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Number 18.
Preston Williams. 52 yards. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Montez Sweat, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Albert O with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. And he's got it up and through. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll run on first down, Edmonds. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 27, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring.
But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chase Young
in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
First and 10.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
That last catch, a big one, folks. He's now gone over 300 yards receiving in this game. It is a game for the ages, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing again, here's Haskins. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 10. Here's Haskins again.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
First and goal, Washington.
Again, it's Haskins. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Complete to
A
number
9-yard touchdown grab.
And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
for the extra point.
And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New York set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
To number 18.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
26-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. The 20. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. No, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. After the sack on 1st down, Jones. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, they run with Edmonds. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Haskins and the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing on second and long. Jones, and he's going to go down again. Chase Young, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. After that sack, third and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones over the middle, it's Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on first and 10. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
45-yard line.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Chase Young in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.